With and then Buckingham's minus time. Second at Devon. Just,
see him come to life.
Beautiful. You get loads of different shades.
Yeah. Well, it's carved into the.
What's that, ash?
Yeah, this is ash.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely, look.
Yeah.
That's
Really
not
nice.
voice over there. Go investigate.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get hooked on it. See it coming up?
Yeah, sweet.
And then polish.
Yeah.
Very good.
They've come to me.
Light yourself up. It's very difficult to see you.
Good. Hi, at the Bath and West show. We're in the food tent hall. Just being a representative of this chili farm. I'll just allow him to do a piece to camera in order to endorse his products. So, here you go, sir.
Hi, yeah. So for the Vulture chili farm we've got a wide variety of different salts and sauces and jams. Start with our sweet chili sauce. It's our take on the traditional sweet chili sauce using cider vinegar instead of rice wine vinegar.
Yeah.
The fruity chili sauce. It's a great breakfast sauce. That one works really well with cheese and biscuits as well. Chipotle is like a lovely smoky, almost ketchup flavour.
Lovely.
Cranberry kick, habanero golden fireside are our jams. With cranberry, apricot and mixed fruits.
So they stick better on your food.
They do, they work well as glazes. Again, really nice with cheese and biscuits, quite nice in gravies, and for the more daring and adventurous.
Barbecue potential for glazing on cooking?
Sorry?
Barbecue for glazing on cooking?
Fantastic for a barbecue, yeah. I mean, like the cranberry goes really well with turkey or chicken. The fireside's really lovely with pork, as is the habanero. Moving on, we've got our most popular product. It's the mango chili sauce. It's great with fish, chicken, shellfish, salad, stir fries, all sorts of different things. Really quite a versatile one. Our habanero hot sauce. It's our only completely sugar-free sauce on the front here. Absolutely delicious. Again, it works really well. It's like a really nice hot condiment. My favourite of the lot, the Caribbean. Got a fair old kick to it. Nothing too overpowering, but a bit of sweetness there.
A touch of ghost I just saw on
A
it.
little bit of ghost pepper in there. Mostly it's habanero. It's got that sweet habanero flavour with just a little bit of ghost to give it that added kick. Our golden bonnet, which uses the Scotch bonnet chilli. It's a pineapple base. Again, it's quite a sweet one, but much hotter, part of our extreme range. And then the Reaper habanero, the hottest across the front, is a lovely, really hot sauce. We do have one that's a fair bit hotter. We've produced the
Black Label.
hottest sauce produced in
The Slayer.
at the moment, the God Slayer there.
Sorts of men from the gods.
Yes, something like that, yeah. We also do, as I say, we've got this range of different salts and peppers. So we've got a lemon chili pepper, Taste of the West Golden Award winner there. Our very, very hot Naga chili salt. The garlic chili salt, which is absolutely fantastic, a real favourite of mine. The most popular, the chipotle chili salt, great as a rub on chicken. And
you got live plants.
Of course, we've got the plants behind us as well. A wide variety of different plants there. Anything from the Naga pepper to the jalapeno, the royal blacks, all sorts of different ones. Fish peppers cooking their way out the back there. So yeah, it's just to show that it is everything that we sell here is grown from our own farm. We grow all the chilies and that ourselves, and then produce the sauces down there in Wiltshire.
Many thanks for your time.
Yeah, this is the cheddar.
Go stand back. Woo! Woo! All right, on Jazz. 75.
Yeah, I'd have been
They're just 90 CTR, C-Reg 405 CTR. All this year they've been flogging them off down somewhere, I don't know what it is.
Really?
C-Reg Landies. You know, like 45,000 miles on the clock or something.
Yeah.
And they're all,
What do their heads Why do their heads turn?
yeah, because they've got basic camera flying, isn't it? It's been a long day. He polishes hooves up as well, have you seen it? It's been there. It's got like a highly polished copper.
Well, the first lot of residents handed out in class 1, 3, 4. That's for the junior dairy championship class, and in first it is Isabel Phillips with the Guernsey. That is in first place over Chloe Peach with the jersey. Both girls 9 years of age, so it is Isabel that goes.
Come on, you need to be sheared. Come on.
This is a sheep shearer. The wool comes off. They'll be sheared at the same time each year as what we would do sheep. But the difference between an alpaca being shorn and a sheep being shorn is where a sheep you tip them up and put them between your legs. As you can see, it's a little bit too big for putting between my legs. I'm only a shorty. So the system we use for alpacas is that we use a rope system. It looks like you may be arming the animal, but you're not. I mean, if you see over in the pen, there's a black one that was sat down to make go with all its feet stretched out in front of it, so they naturally lie like that anyway. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about the system we use. It's harmful. It's not harmful. It is if you come too far. If you tie it to your feet, on a sheep, the fleece all comes off as one, but on an alpaca, we take it off in 3 grades. The first is what we call the blanket or the saddle.
We were talking about the different qualities, and you can see here on the neck, you have got this coarse fibre.
Wow, how deep's that?
Those different things with the different qualities, and this blanket is called the fine fibre area, and that's where the best on the alpaca is. And the very best is that area on its first leaf, because like all animals, they get shorter as it gets older. And you'll see here fed throughout that. It used to be what are called the second cut, and these are very short pieces. In processing, they will make the bubbles or oils in the yarn, so it's important, and it can't be avoided. As the handpiece cuts through and makes the second flow, it obviously goes over the first one and does it a second cut, which is why it is important that they are removed. That's the blanket, the fine fibre area almost on, and that makes the best thing. That will make things like this scarf I'm wearing, which is a fine cashmere. And as they age, obviously it gets shorter. And then the second blade on the neck will be the same quality, but shorter. And then the layers at the belly, they'll be bagged up, and they'll go separately. If you see over there, there's some beautiful alpaca duvets, named stuff duvets. And you'll find them in Harrods, about £500 each. So every part of an alpaca has value to the high-end cashmeres shopping for duvet. None of it is wasted. And what will surprise you?
Just let down it.
Stay back.
Anyone's familiar with sheep's wool? Has no dander. I'll classify it. And it was just to have any danger. It has to be at least 2.5 inches. So thick, basically. And whether you use normal bit of or anywhere, the process is that making a garment, taking it from this square, they're the same. And these ladies that you see here are doing it by hand. And there'll be one carding it, making the fibres parallel. Another one is spinning it. And then someone will be weaving it, knitting it, braiding it, melting it. And so
Really the top knot one, isn't it?
the same. Them all in here.
Why do you look for the pen?
Bit on a smaller scale. So that makes the hand part of it. You've got 2 hands. In a mill, that would be a roller, 8 feet high. And you tie it with yourself with it. You don't put it on a machine and turn it on and turn it off. It's about 5 minutes. Alpacas becoming more indigenous with great hair. Some of them go out with the night. They never need cotton unless they absolutely fast ready. And all you need is because they're lovely hair. Fabulous taste. And they always have the tail left on because if the skin's exposed, they get sunburned. They get sunburned up. So the tail is left wide. And there she is. You see, and she wasn't stressed, but she was safe, she was secure, and incidentally, Trevor Colin has said, you should only be on the scene again. And also people say the thing about sticking. Yeah, they can spit, and it's the first few things people ask them. But if they spit like a dog bites, they have no defences, they've got no food, they've got no bottom teeth. There you go, I think this goes around the floor, they don't spit.
He's tiny now, isn't he?
Why? Yeah, they're called a treacle or his little mate. She looked great, see, and it was stress-free. If anyone would like to see the processes and come round the stand, you'll see everything. You'll see the end product and all the processes on the stands in, and you're more than welcome to come and take a look. Thank you.
It's bloody cold out here.
I miss just as much as anybody does. That job is for tree stuff, and that's why she gets excited. So here we go, Daisy. You stay there.
Wow.
Come here. Hey, somebody out. See out.
Because a lot of the guys, obviously, they're using 01. They say, oh yeah, I'll get a hormone off of that, but 1095 because it's like a cruder tool still. You actually get your hormones on 1095.
It's all oil hardened.
Yeah.
But
so it's in the O series, then. It's in the O series, oil hardening.
Well, the silver.
Yeah, sure.
Story behind her quite unusual, originally brought into the UK from the wilds of Africa. She was set to join 5 other vultures in a large northern zoo, making potentially 3 pairs. What a great thing, as nearly every species of vulture in the world now is in decline at a shocking rate. Unfortunately, Thelma here had different ideas, and when she got to that zoo, she was not going to mix with those other vultures. The zoo tried all sorts to get her integrated into it, and it was having absolutely none of it. This bad-tempered, grumpy little vulture was every single thing they tried. They decided they would causing Thelma. But thankfully, they discovered a slight problem, for on 2 toes of her right foot, they were badly bruised and pink in colour, but nobody seemed to know what had really gone on. A trip to the vets revealed, in fact, it was not bruising, but the start of frostbite. Now, whether this had happened at the zoo in transit or when she arrived at mine, nobody was known, but we had to get it sorted. After 6 weeks of trying, backwards and forwards to the vets, and we threw everything imaginable at her, nothing seemed to work in the end, and a decision was made for a small operation. The operation would last 45 long minutes, resulting in Thelma having 2 toes chopped off, and cost £1,700. And I felt terrible, not for the money thing. You know, a week later, doesn't look like it did. So I put hours and hours into her. That's putting hours and hours into her. She's just turned out fantastic. I don't want a roly-poly, a somersault or a backflip. I just want you to see what they can do. And it's blowing a hoolie today, look at that. I want to send them off. So we get them into the wind, that's a bit more like it. They start to look like proper flying vultures, look at that. And when she makes her way back in again, she will politely stop without any problems. The wind is coming through there today, and birds are going to try and avoid it. when they catch that wind in that area there today, they're going to go ripping round there as fast as can be. You lot are all right there. Good place to stand. Safe zone. I would not have dared stand there today, Ryan. Bad zone. But we'll see what happens. So we start with the safer ones and work to the trickier ones. We need to get up in the air again. For nearly 4.5 years I flew this Vulture without one single incident, and then it happened. While doing a family-funded medieval reenactment themed day on the outskirts of Wigan, Thelma took to the sky unlike what you see now. On a beautiful circuit back to the arena, having spotted the medieval barbecue catering for the event beneath. Not ready for the barbecue moment. And led the amber arena, grabbed the very upset Vulture, back to the car, stuck her in the box and thought its career has just finished. It's just worked out the one thing you never wanted to work out, that there are better options out there than you. Get back now. I'm watching you. So for a month, I thought we'll keep her grounded. We'll keep her tight to me and we'll run around the arenas. And it seemed to be working, but she always had that wandering eye of picnicking people at shows. So for the season I kept her tight to me, not allowing her to leave the arena. And at home pushing like mad for my flat at shows, keeping her tight. And it looks as a lot of work, but I've got her back on track. Because if you watch it, it's time when I send her off from here, then I'll show you the love of the that me and Thelma. Remember, she's a wild taken African Vulture. You'll have to work harder than that today, girl, alright? Don't use that as an excuse. We need to, hang on. She's as keen as mustard, but we're at the bottom of a bit of a hill, and you have to work hard to get up something, you get? Brace yourself, we're going to all work together here, okay? You're going to get 3 seconds to go, alright? When you get it right, it's going to be worthwhile. You ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Look at the Vulture, desperate for freedom, she takes to the skies. Takes to the skies. Longing to soar and glide and thousands of feet, she roars for it. Yes, right, keep going, big push. Give it a great big clap, we've got it. Right. Watch this now. She will land right in front of me here, and she will feed straight out of your hand. Look at this, eh? Wild Vulture. The minute that food has gone, she will leave you quicker, stab back, you can't get near her, watch. Ah. Open the bag. Can you imagine that when it's sort of barbecue, you're a good lad then, but you are not this good a lad, alright? See you later, mate. And she'll do anything for a bit of food, but you imagine them to be, you know, desperate to be free and flying, but I fly them every day. All she wants is the food. The minute I start walking back across the evening, start looking at it. We're off. Brilliant stuff. Look. It positively looks more enthusiastic than it has done the entire display. So now I get back here. A bit more back in this box. Give her a nice big clap, but a little bit of work. Well done. All the way. All the way. It's pretty great, eh? This is why they give me the slot at the end of the day, because it takes me that long to get my dog under control and to behave himself. He doesn't want to sit in the front because I've got a cramp. He's sat in the front seat, look, he's got an hour and an hour of that thing, he's thinking crampers. My bald eagle is not going to go for a soaring about today. He's just not a soaring about type of a bird. I've tried to do it with him, but the story behind him is quite odd. Bit strange, I can't really engage. I can take him out and he'll fly, and he'll behave himself quite well. But he needs to always be able to see me. Look at the food there, look. Oh, just there, that perch there, look. That perch there. Oh yeah, that one there, look. Right there, see in front of you there. Oh, there we go, right. Oh, look, that's fine. He'll have a real job. The hard bit will be getting back in. That shouldn't be hard to do, believe me, that should be a doddle to do. With this thing, that's blooming hard to do. Look, there's some food there. No, right, well done, right? How long did that take? This has more bad luck than you can imagine. I've only ever had doing it in the arena when I've been flying this as the balloon comes down with others. And it's always the way. He's just fraught with bad luck. At home I can send him off and leave him to it, and at home I don't get any bother with him. He knows the lay of the land, he knows when he can and can't go, and he does it right well. But the minute he goes behind the marquee at a show, out of sight behind a tree or a stable, I have a job getting him back, because he just lands. And he will sit on the floor, which can be quite comical. Not if you run the National Guinea Pig Club tent. Does not go down well, believe you me, for an example obviously. So I get a bit nervous, because obviously you have birds go off sight, that's part of training and flying birds. And you sort of expect to have birds, you know, now and again, misbehave. I can't get, there we go, rid of him half the time. The minute I walk away from him, look at him watching. You get about 10 yards and he's like, yeah, I'm after you, mate. And I've got to rush to get the food in there. So I sort of thought to myself, well, he maybe won't be a superstar at shows, and some of them aren't. But the show that we do sort of funds the thing that you don't see. And I have a lovely little farm, I bought it a couple of years ago. And the idea was I would set up breeding projects of birds that needed a bit of the help. Vultures that were dying in the wild, and try and give the youngsters back to the conservation project, or release the youngsters back in Africa. If we couldn't get that result, then we'd sell the youngster in captivity and donate the money to the project. What a great thing. But it's quite an expensive thing to set up and run, as you can imagine. Vultures don't make great parents, but bald eagles do. So we had some breeding bald eagles, maybe they would surrogate the young vultures, and that would work quite well, right? So after 4 years now of working with this eagle, and him driving me mad, which is good today, I don't really want him flying off. Last year, I bought him a girlfriend. She's called Molly. Molly arrived in November. Honestly, he's scared stiff of this thing, right? It's a third bigger than him, massive, big, scaredy thing. At the end of the season, they're going to go together for the first winter. And with a bit of luck, we can get a young bald eagle or two, and that sets the whole thing in motion. When I came away from the guy's house in Lincolnshire, I said to him, what do you call your bald eagle? I'll try and keep his name without looking at it. He said, I call him Conan, after the famous barbarian. Alright. Changed his name to Barry. He's just more Barry than barbarian, isn't he? I struggle with him because he doesn't go far. When he does go far, he comes back really worried and scared. Look at it. He just doesn't want to be out there on his own, so we're going to get rid of him. Give him a little clap. I'm going to show you something next to the ball. Well, we discovered she'd been shot while she was in the wild, and had 3 lead pellets in her wing. So this year I thought, I'll give it a year out. And this year, I'll bring a new vulture in. I've been trying to get a hold of one of these for a long, long time. They're a white-backed griffon vulture from Africa. These are the ones that at the moment are having a real hard time. There's no dying out. And they're dying out for 2 main reasons. They use particular for that, and it goes down a cycle and they get it. And the other one is the poaching of rhino and elephant has a knock-on effect. So the carcasses aren't giving away the whereabouts of the poachers. They lace the carcass in poison to kill the vultures off that circular. So hundreds and hundreds die each time you see an elephant shot. Hundreds of vultures dying at the same time. This is the bird we need to breed. I bought Enzo from a guy in Spain. I don't speak Spanish, that might surprise you. And there's a bit of a gap in the communication. I don't want a hand-reared vulture. Hand-reared vultures are like feathery piranhas. They can bite like you have never seen it. No respect for you, and they're all over you. Look at the thing now, it's like a rocket with a beak. No hand-reared, definitely not hand-reared vulture. I said, alright, brilliant stuff. It was real, that translated to, I wanted a hand-reared vulture. So when it arrived, only 5 months old, it was a raving imprint, shouted at me for food, chased me all over the place, and was a nightmare to handle. It bites me every single day I pick it up. And I go through the whole, well, I have to try and get you out of the habit of biting me. And what I try and do is I'll stand my ground and I'll make like vulture beat, you know, impressions and try and it'll go, bring it on big lad, I ain't scared of you. And he won't take me on. He sweared up to me this morning when I brought him out the van. So I thought, right then, we're going to try and wean this habit away from you. We're going to bring you in the arena. We're going to work you very carefully around the edge of the arena and try and keep you watching all the time what's going on with me. It's there, mate, look. I want to try and keep him just a little bit further away from me. But he's quite a nervous little vulture. And he's easily distracted. Right then, up you get. He's not quite at the stage yet where I can send him off for a good old fly about. He's nearly there, but not quite. And when I say not quite, the problem I have is, I can send him off for a fly about, but if he lands out, I'm not confident he won't try and eat your grandma's Westie if he's too close to him. Because everything at the moment is food if it looks remotely edible. So I thought what we'll do is bring him out, do a little bit with him, run him round, and try and get him with himself. You've got to position him away from you. When he's in a suitable, safe position, you place a piece of food like that. When he's eating that, you do this. Done. The hooded vulture, the bald eagle, and that little griffin vulture there, were never going to be a problem today, really, were they? They don't really go far enough to be a problem. Worst case scenario would be just the other side of the fence. Now we're getting to the interesting stuff. We're going to send this next eagle up for a fly. Oh, God, it's hard, this ground, isn't it? It's built on a car park, this place. I need that in quite firm, because I'm going to fly for an eagle that weighs 14 pounds. And when a 14-pound eagle takes off, it needs a good kickstart. 14 pounds with an 8-foot wingspan. This is the 4th largest species of eagle in the world. We call this a white-tailed sea eagle. White-tailed sea eagle. We've been now for the last 7 or 8 years. It's captive bred on a wild one in the western half of Scotland. But the unusual statistic in this bird, it is the only eagle in 19 years of doing this that has successfully been head with both of its feet. I said that recently, and the guy in the show said to me, she won't have meant it, Ben. Surely it was an accident. I was there. It grabbed my head like a 14-stone salmon, shook me violently by my head, let me walk off and pleased with itself. It doesn't like me, and I don't like it. But we've got a job to do. We have a boyfriend to buy for you. So we need to do the season, and we need to work out what we're going to do. So we keep out of each other's way. The more you do, the more I'll feed you. If you're lazy, you can get it now. If you're good, you can have a lot. She was quite pleased. Big bird flying towards you. It's going to be the water. Rising straight up with the breeze, it'll be you guys there. I'm going to get the problem. But we should be okay, because that's quite a safe way of flying. Look at that. Give it a clap. Well done, it's a starting point. I want them over that marquee. That marquee is the key today. The minute we get good, we'll start.
Death wish.
This is not the bird to join in with, alright?
Seagull.
You've had loads of opportunity for a nice one, but you want the wrong one. This takes on men, alright? Yeah, right. Nobody likes seagulls anyway, do they? So we're not really that bothered anyway. Here we go, look. Oh, he's hard, this is seagull. But then he had this moment, to be fair, because I've got a real treat for him coming out in a moment or two, eh? Let's build him up. The white-tailed sea eagle brought in from Kazakhstan State Zoo to join the birds at Warwick Castle. Great that's down there. It never worked out at Warwick Castle. Medieval reenactment with trebuchet and archery and men dressed as knights. It hated the whole lot. It would not sit still, it was upsetting itself. So the decision was made that the eagle would come live with me on a 6-week trial. If we were to get on well with each other, I could have the option of buying the bird. The 6-week trial went really well. I wrote the cheque, paid for the eagle. 3 days later, it's grabbed my head. As though it knew it was safe and staying in Yorkshire, it would now grab me in the head. But look at the flying we get from the ball. Give it a clap, well done. Wow. It's wild as well, isn't it? Today's great, this. So, okay, right then. The deal is I just keep out of its way. So a bird flies to my arm unless I absolutely have to. I just keep well back from her. And the lady was like this morning, what do you call your beautiful white-tailed sea eagle? I said, I call her Roxy. That's an unusual choice of name for an eagle, Ben. I said, I call her Roxy after the horrible girl I went to secondary school with who I don't like very much. I kept out that girl's way, my brief education, and it worked quite well, so I keep out of her way. Right, off we go, Rick. Come on. Look at her looking at me now. We need this flight that way. That's the one. Get it from one of them. Here we go, look. The ones on the Western Isles of Scotland, the beautiful birds, guys. They're actually up there as a direct result of people releasing the eagles that were brought across from Norway as chicks many years ago. You see, in the 1970s, the last true wild eagle was unfortunately shot. Attitudes were very different towards them then, and now they're a lot better. And these youngsters have been brought over to get them back on track. And it's now about 60 pairs or so. Pretty well up there. So that's great, I think you can try to see that more captive stock. You still want to try and produce in captivity, which more need to be released elsewhere. We need to perch, try if you can push for a bit of a further one. Do this. Try that, then we're going to finish on that one, alright? I'm going to let you figure it out yourself. He just sort of looks at me and I say, just move, mate, you're going to get the kicking of your life. I've got to always stay downwind of her, look, because the minute I go upwind of her, that's when she gets to be a bit tricky. You can take off from the floor if you want, it won't be easy, alright? If she takes off from the floor, I don't know why she does this sometimes, it's always trickier, but the flight is usually pretty good. But she will struggle at you guys there, so you might have to move a touch if she does it, right? Are you going to go from the floor or from the perch? It's your call, right? But you need to think it through carefully because it's wild out there. It's alright here, wild the minute you get out there. So give it some thought. Here we go. From the floor at a funny angle, that's not great, because it just doesn't give the bird any lift. Look at that. 14 pound is big, but it's not really working when it hasn't got the breeze. This is the perch I think we need to use. Right. Let's hope we get it right. We're going to try and send it to that gap. It should be too tight to turn that way, therefore we push it that way. Open area, plenty of space, good bit of breeze. To ask her to fly this time, I'm going to take my glove off. Hold that both my hands like this. And this shows the eagle I have no food available for her. So now if she wants some food, she has to get that glove back on my arm, and the only way I'll do that is I'm going to land her and she takes off. Never trained at this, they just sort of work it out themselves. Her 14-year-old now, she's still young, she'll live to be anywhere in the region of 40 or 50 years. Well, on to your right, that's a bit more like it, look. Breeze, that's a response. I've got a lander on my glove. Well done. I've got to then walk her to the van. This won't be easy because it's already eating its food, look at that, right? And while she's busy sat there, I'm going to sneak this box up, put some food to the back, hold the door open with my right arm, with a really easy to do, jump her over my right arm, or on it, and in. Right, there we go. Vulture going out this morning, it's not the end of the world, guys. I can tell you now, he's looking for me as much as I'll be looking for him later. That's his personality. This next one, if it goes wrong with this next one, he goes, just see you in a week, mate, alright? I'll be okay for a bit, don't need you. The story behind it is quite odd. When I turned 30, 4 years ago now, I decided I would be trying to stock up to, spec and so on. And I desperately wanted a Steller sea eagle. And I found a guy in Estonia that had one, a 5-year-old male bird, captive bred in an aviary untouched. He was prepared to sell it to me. But at that time I was saving to buy a house with a young lady I was living with. And we don't need any more eagles. Well, we don't, I do. What's this mean then? They're incredibly expensive. Why would you waste all the deposit on an eagle? You don't need another eagle. Yada yada yada, you know the story. This went on for many weeks, and in the end I did the sensible thing. I asked her to leave and I bought the eagle. Wasn't my most sensible move when this eagle arrived from Estonia in this massive, huge big crate surrounded by cardboard and all these labels on it. I was so excited, mate. I opened this box and thought, we are on now. We've got the proper stuff. Unfortunately, it is the most wildest, feralest thing you have ever come across in your life. It is a nightmare. I have never been able to engage with this eagle since I've had it. I have tried everything. The first time I flew this eagle free, good lad, he was out for 11 days. On one occasion, he was sat on the town hall roof of Thirsk, the town I used to live at. And I was stood there looking at him, and the postman said to me, have you tried calling that? I thought, I've tried a lot more, mate. I tried everything, absolutely everything you can imagine, and he's just one of them birds that was probably bought too late in life. He'd already grown up, he knew he was a young eagle, he didn't want any interaction from me, and he is a nightmare. When I've sent him off for a fly about, he flies epic, and he will not go far. But I just can't get the bloody thing back out the sky. I've had him off at shows for 4 and 5 hours, and he just does his own thing for 4 and 5 hours, and he's brilliant, but I can't get it back in. Then at the end of the day, someone will go, your eagle's in the car park. And I walk there and he's walking about like that, alright, what are you doing? I'm looking for you for the last 6 hours. So he's brilliant, but drives me mad. I call him Rupert. It's a posh name for a posh eagle, isn't it? I couldn't believe I got one of these. And I thought, if I can't get you to do a decent display, and the idea is we try and breathe from you at some point, maybe I just, jump forward a bit and try and get you a female one. And that might calm you down a little bit. I don't know what my logic was there, like. So I looked around and managed to find out where there was a female Steller sea eagle. Now this did absolutely break the bank to get the female completely and set me back about 2 more years, but it might get him on track, mightn't it?
Yeah.
So the male took 16 weeks from when he arrived at my house to doing this. Jump into my hand. 16 weeks. You can train a Harris hawk in 3, and it took 16 weeks. The female arrived and I was ready for it. I took 3 weeks off, not cleared anything in the diary. I thought, we're on. I'm going to get this thing on track. That female was flying in over 11 days. In fact, on the 12th day, it went up and stayed over 20 minutes just flying about. I've never had anything as nice and as easy and simple to train. So the female was a complete there. And the good thing is, he likes her. When you come to the stand, you'll hear this calls at that female bird, and she'll call back to him. So he may well have the start of a breeding project. Now don't get me wrong, some birds you just won't ever get through to, but there has to be something you can do. Because I can't go away and do 60, 70 days at a shows each year in events and leave him at home, can I? I've got to have him with me to create that wonderful relationship between the two of us. Not the look of an eagle that likes you, that look at it. Any closer, I'm going to have you. But we can just about get an understanding. I don't mind because at home I work him that hard, he's exhausted every day. I just lob it off and cut the grass and leave him out. And he's brilliant. So when I come to an event, a little bit done well is alright. And I think, yeah, he's not really flying at his best, but you're getting to see a Steller sea eagle. And thankfully his girlfriend is an absolute weapon in this game. She is spectacular. So let me try and get back in this box. It's a bit downwind and awkward is this, but I might be able to just about do it if I'm careful. We just go like that, mate. One more. I love this bit, you know. This is the bit of the show I really, really like. Because this bit can go fantastic or average, but it's always, you know, pretty good. We need a bit of a run-up. Not really feeling too confident, you guys there in the best area. Yeah, but you might be alright. Because it's always dads and lads that cause me problems at shows. I'll go, ladies and gentlemen, big eagles, they're not respectful to me. We'll go, he's going into your kid's son. Leave that. Out the way. Because this next bird is his girlfriend Camilla. He bought this eagle to go with him and was expecting massive problems. He was nervous, he was twitchy, he couldn't get through to him. Come on then, it's your big part. Look at the size of it. Take my time actually. Look at the size of that thing. On your shore, Bath and West, you name it, I'll do it. Because it's that bloody big, it just feels super confident whenever you take it. Rupert weighs 16.5 pounds with a wingspan of 7.5 feet at flying weight. This female eagle here, spotted a bit of food, Enzo missed, well done. Yeah. Weighs 18 pounds 9. Young lady, but we need you on this perch just here. If anything is going to excel in this wild breeze today, it's going to be her. But we need to have her here where we can work with you. So would you politely make your way across? Do not eat that Canada goose. Here we are, don't. This is the way we need you, look. This is the way we need you. Thank you. Thank you, team. There we go. That's it. Well done, right? It's worse when you go to a show and in the corner of the arena you see a sign. Fun Dog Show, 1:30. You think, sure, I'm in the arena at 1:30. But you can guarantee the minute you let go of the world's biggest eagle, there's people going, yes, this is my Chihuahua, she's lovely, she's 4 years, and away from around in the air. And you're flying that. I had rabbit high jump at the event last year. I was doing that in the arena next to me. This thing's like that. This is a great day. We need you up here. We have an unusual routine we have to follow, and we need to start with this eagle up on this perch. Can we have you up there? Right. Once she's on the perch, she will wiggle her tail from side to side. Once she's wiggled her tail from side to side, it's her getting herself in a good mood and taking it all in. So those that are close can see that. Yeah. Once she's done that, bizarrely, we have to now wait for our great big Steller sea eagle to go to the loo. For it will not move until it's been to the loo. It is like clockwork. on that one. Now she's ready to go. Work with me here, guys. You will have to move when this great big eagle gets up. If she comes towards you, it can be a bit ropey. If she gets the wind right, though, it can be spectacular. Watch this thing in a minute. Look at that. Look at that curve going high and the biggest thing in his hair. Girl, well done. Give her a clap, girl. Let's go from being pretty good to being absolutely crackers if anything goes near the nest. Regardless, it's a massive eagle and it would eat you in a mouthful. It can't catch you if you're above it, can it? So they mob them like mad. That was alright though, wasn't it? It's just quite big. It's designed for Russia, where the winds are 60 and 70 miles an hour and there's nothing to crash into. It's designed for minus 20, 30, 40 to survive on 9 ounces of food a day after it's piled loads of body fat on. Do you want to try that again? I think we're going to be a bit more sensible how we do this, alright? You see her looking everywhere. She's dead good at this. She loves the whole show thing. But we have to try we can and get her to do this at a bit more of a safer angle. You're watching them geese a bit much today. I might maybe position you differently, we'll see. What I've got to try and do is get her into the breeze as far away from me as possible before that turn happens. Then just make her way back to where I am. We may well get this today. Right, fingers crossed. Last year, when I brought her out the van at this very show, for the first 22 minutes of the flying display, she chased me around the arena trying to grab the bag of food before it even took off. Today, we've been very lucky. We've had a flight at least. But we need to get another one. And they generally get a bit better each time. 2 or 3 nice is all we're after. But we need to see this great big eagle really push itself today, because that condition is perfect. At home when we have winds like this, it's great to train birds and work them in it. So, ready when you are, girl, right. A big effort, straight towards those guys just there. Aim for like that middle-ish bit there, I think will be the one we're going to try and work for. And we'll see if we can push her for it. This is like a universal get up and get going sort of a signal. I don't really know if it works or not, but most of us seem to engage with it. Here we go, right. Duck, it's low, it's too low, duck. Well done. We should have to swing to the left. Swing to our left, there should be a bit of lift there. We're lucky with it. There we go. I'm thinking about now, this will be a nightmare to land this thing. Watch this. That'll be good. Look at an owl going, I don't know if we should do this again now. So what we do is we have a collective now. We decide, do we do one more or do we carry on? Stewie! Come on, Stewie, stand by me. Do we do one more? Right. That was great, that. Your energy was amazing there. Yeah, go on, I'd like one more out of it. It's whether she'll do it or not. You see when she left the glove there, she sort of stumbled to the floor there. She's hanging on really tight. She's really keen for the glove. It all depends on how she... There we go, right. Whoa, hang on. How she reacts to the hand in the bag, I was going to say. Well, it seemed to be quite a good reaction to the hand in the bag there, I think, yes? Right. We need you to go away. I'm going to ask her. Going to take that bag of food off your side bed the minute you look like you show weakness. You see, if she was in the wild right now and she saw another eagle with a great big fish underneath it, she wouldn't say, well done, you've caught a big fish, John, that's good. She would nick that fish straight off it. So right now what I've done is gone, yeah, okay, right, you can have food. She's been aggressive towards me, and I've got to sort of go, I'm not moving, but I'm not going to push me luck. We're going to both leave at the same time from this situation, so we have to time it correctly. So I'm watching her now. Beak is short, panting. She's dribbling, so she's wanting some more food. She's having a good old nosy around. What I need her to do though is to start and walk away from me, so we can then go to that next bit. Because I need her to be in the right place in her head to ask her to fly. Are you going to go away? Go on. That was a half step, it wasn't a full step, alright? We're going to have to do this together, that's my answer. Okay, go ahead, I'll have you in a minute, Ben. Any second now, you're going to get there. There you go, right? Oh yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Well, it's not you getting the world's biggest eagle grabbing your head, right? They're great, aren't they? I'd like you to see that, because what happens afterwards is this, look. This is an eagle now, sorry. Look at it. Done with you, Ben. But that's what I wanted. Before, that's what I wanted. We just both go, alright, yeah, have your moment, you go and do your thing, I'll go and do my thing, alright. But now we've got to get her up for one more flight. This is the tricky one. So make your way over, good girl, and that's the T-Rex. Over there. That gives me a chance to get to here. Bit of food, I think we can probably go to quite a biggish piece of a look here, right? Bit of food just here, we need a real good stiff perch for this to work well. Look, we're here. Up we get, quick as we can. Right, good girl. Last one. Then I'm going to go try and recover my Vulture. That's become famous on social media today. If we're lucky and getting back under control for tomorrow's event. So, last one for our Steller Sea Eagle. Every time you send her off, she learns a little bit more. She's working out the breeze, what to go to, and so on and so on. We didn't go back there because the carrion crows chased her. Last time she went there and caught a bit of breeze and came in beautiful, but had to work hard over the heavy horses. This could be completely different. We've got the wag of the tail, she's already been to the loose, so we'll see what happens. We're going to try and put her with the male, I think, next year. He seems really keen, but she's at that stage in life where boys are still a little bit, you know? And she likes like ponies and kittens and stuff like that. So we need to give it probably another year, then we'll try and put them together. Because if it goes wrong, it's an expensive problem, isn't it? Because generally the female will kill the male or have a good go at it. This is your last chance now, alright? For you to absolutely nail it in the first day. And I sort of need you to go well this one, so you can redeem me from that chance. You know. So that's time to lady. Let's see if we can get this right, ladies and gents. I'm going to point her into the wind. She's had 2 trial runs so far and it's gone pretty well. If it all goes horribly wrong now, we're going to blame Stewie, because it was his idea to do this. But if we get it right, it should go kind of well. Let's see what happens. The biggest problem I get when I fly eagles is it gets put with falconry in the same bracket. And falconry birds are like hawks and falcons, you know, the odd barn owl and so on. And they'll fly in an arena like this all day long. Getting it out the arena isn't the problem. I can get most of them to fly away from me. It's getting it back in is the problem. That's why it takes this time. Because she has to plan it. In her head now she's going, can I get back in? Can I use that wind? Is it going to go well? She's using it more. Let's see if we can do this. That's what we're going to get. Alright, give her a great big clap, guys. Get her in a good mood. That's the one we wanted. Look at that. As fast as that one. Can she sweep back round, narrowly avoiding the tree, round and in? Yes! That for flying, that'll do. Before I brought this eagle out today and I was loading the van up, the lady came across to me and she said, is it not a bit windy for you flying those birds today? I said, no, it'd be good fun, it'd be a good laugh I think, it'd be alright. She went, rather you than me, love. But when it goes well, it's lovely to watch, isn't it? And I right enjoy it, and I right enjoy being here. It's my favourite show of the year, this one, guys, so thanks very much for having us back. I will hopefully catch up with you later today. If not, we're going to see you tomorrow, but take care. Thanks again, and have a safe journey home.
Well, a big hand. That's Ben Potter for you. We saved the best till last, and what a show that was. Well, that's